Ah, all right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Got it? We got sound? All right. Can you hear me now? Oh, we can hear you. All right, good. You turn this down. All right. So we're going to paint these in a brown trout pattern. So these will be sort of a golden brown because it really is an extremely successful wake bait. And these are little, 1/10 of an ounce. These things do have a rattle, one big giant ball bearing in it, so it's got a real loud knock. And we're just going to paint these in a brown trout pattern. Brown works really good in our waters. This goes. So I'll be out on the lake tomorrow. So we'll do a live broadcast out on the lake. The water's really cold because it just melted. You know, the ice just melted yesterday. So the lake's going to be about 34, 35 degrees at the warmest. Because it technically still has ice cubes out there. So, yeah, we'll go. That's what we're going to do. Be out on the lake tomorrow fishing. See what I can catch. See what I can catch. All right, so we got the white on there, which is good because that'll make the colors that I put on it brighter. That's what you want to do. Your base has a lot to do with the brightness of the colors. If you have a dark base, you have dark colors. It's just the way it is. Hey, Leon, still in ya? Filipina. All right, we got a few. Don't forget to hit like. I've been so busy lately. I've been so busy. Yesterday, I was so tired coming home from work. I was exhausted. I was just beat up. I almost went straight to bed. So I was just tired. So I'm gonna rinse out this a little bit. So now we'll start putting the color on. So we start with a platinum white, for the belly. So I'm going to grab platinum white. Got it. We're going to go to a yellow, to an orange. We'll have to get some black. And we'll have to put a little blue in there too, to gold it up a bit. That's what we'll have to do. So let's get the platinum white on there. Well, I'll find out tomorrow. I mean, it's on. It's ready to go. So tomorrow, my stand-up bar, it will be used for the first time. I'm very, very, very excited about it. It's going to be awesome. Really awesome. So we're just getting the platinum white on the underbelly here. And up onto the waistline. This is the pearl color. So it's a pearl white. So the bottom is going to glisten a little bit, which is really good for a wake bait, because remember, this thing's sitting on top of the water, and I want it to reflect a little bit off the bottom of the bait, the light. And that's what we're doing. As we get to the top, it's not that important to go with pearl colors, but towards the bottom, we want to make it pearl, because it just makes it shinier as it sits on top of the water, making its way. Top water lure. Tomorrow, we get to use the stand-up bar, which is awesome. So now we're going to add a little bit of yellow transparent into this. So just to yellow up the, hey, Richard. Yeah, I'm doing okie dokie. So it'll just a couple drops. Just a couple drops. But I'm excited about tomorrow. Get back out onto my lake. I don't know if I'll catch anything because the water's so cold. We'll probably catch some trout, maybe some crappie. All right. Now we're just going to go with it's basically a light yellow. We're just going to go along the waistline, work our way up on this bait, keeping the bottom that pearl white. Looks nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. Now people, they don't appreciate the work that goes into such a little bait. You know, big baits are easier to paint than big baits. Let's get under the chin. All right. So now, basically got pearl white on the bottom, up into a yellow waistline. And we're going to now graduate this into that orange. So, Richard, I was so happy to see Big Dan wearing his shirt. That made me happy. It always makes you happy when you see people wearing stuff that you send them. Always makes you happy. Especially when it's got to travel all the way around the world. All right. I'm going to get some blue in here to gold up this orange. Just a little bit of blue. Toothpick. The tip of a toothpick. And that is too much. It's too much. Gold it up. There we go. There we go. There's my gold. There it is. There it is. Like I said, if you're just starting out painting, use a color wheel. The color wheel will tell you the mixtures of colors to create a color. And practice will just get you to do it in the right proportions. But at least you'll know what colors make colors. See, and it just makes that white yellow into that gold. So and that's what basically is what we're. And this bait works really, really well. To say that it works well is kind of an understatement. Because this one will just catch fish like crazy. People don't, I came across this bait purely on accident. And the first time I threw it out there, I caught 19 fish in 90 minutes. And it was 3 different species, largemouth, smallmouth, and trout. All hit this bait. So, it's pretty darn impressive. I always darken around the eyes. It makes the eyes pop a little bit when I put the eyes on there. That's basic, oops, get that one. But look at that. Looks really good. Evil Dr. Jarvis. I gotta get to doing that. Ugh, yeah. All right, so we've got our. It's just that's a pretty color. But we need to darken up the back a little bit more, sort of give that 3D look. So we're going to put a little bit of black in here, just to do a stripe. Darken up the back just a bit. We're tinting that. What little left is in this cup. We don't need much. We just want to darken that spine up. All right. I'm going to dry this one off and apply a little bit more paint. These are going to be really, really good baits. Again, people, unless you've had the success I have had with these, you really have a hard time understanding the excitement I get about painting a specific bait. I mean, it is so much fun because I know how much fun it is to catch big fish on this. All right, let's dry it. Let's do a quick drying on these. So. All right, so clean that brush out. They look good. I mean, they look really, really good. See that? Looks really good. I love the colors of them. I mean, they look natural. And those things, when they really hit the top surface and stuff, it's just going to, walk on the top of the water. It's just going to be fantastic. I mean, I really know this bait works. This bait will work. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. So now, all right. Then we're going to use a paintbrush on it, and then toothpicks. We got to give it some spots. I know we got to give them some spots. Because brown trout has spots. In fact, brown trout spots have spots. I'm not sure if I like that grain. Probably because I've never tried it. It tastes like a wine spritzer. Not much for wine spritzers. All right. Need a fine brush. Fine brush. And that's about the same to go for. All right, so now we're going to put spots on spots. So we're going to take some, I should just get some opaque white. Where is it? There it is. Some opaque white. We're going to put spots on it. Hey. Oh, we got Connery. Hey, Connery, had fun last week. We had fun. Connery went fishing with me last week. I went fishing with him. I never fished that spot before. It was a trout pond. And man, where they stacked. You're catching big trout. All right, so now I'm going to paint, because these are brown trouts. Brown trouts have white spots and then spots in the white spots. So basically, we're just going to take an artist brush and randomly put spots all over this thing. White spots. And then what I'll do is I'll take a toothpick to put a spot on the spot. So basically, that's basically all that is. We'll dry it, and then we'll put sort of an orange spot in the white spots. Make your white spots big enough to put a spot in it. So that. See, when it comes to brown trout, I mean, they require a lot of hand work. And people, yeah, this will sell for $9, at the store, But I love small baits. And people catch more stuff with small baits. So when you think about it, it's probably the best deal in the store is buying my ultralight baits, because I paint them to catch and people catch a lot with them. And they're the cheapest ones. So it works out good for people, I guess. But they should cost more. One, they catch more. And two, it's harder to paint. Charge twice as much. Nobody wants to pay $15 for a little bait. They want big baits for $15. All right. So those, I think that's everything, right? Yep. Everybody's covered both sides. Yep. So I got a bunch of white spots. We got a chicken pox on my little fish. Chicken pox. I'm going to take the orange. I'm going to do orange on it. And we're not going to use a brush. Like I said, we're going to use a toothpick. Because we need that point. We need the point. Just put just a dot of paint on it. No reason to use pearlized either. So. But I think that's my orange. And what I could do use the gold. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. But the lake is defrosted now. And now I can go out on Lake of the Woods with my kayak, with my stand-up bar. It's going to be really fun. It's going to make a big, big difference. Yeah. What else do I got? I got Mrs. Health. Oh, I got Miss Health and Beauty. Thank you very much for coming by. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, so now we're going to take this gold paint and we're We're just going to take a toothpick, obviously, because we got to do really fine dots in the dot of the white. All right, so we just take it and zero in. To each one of these white dots. Put a gold dot in the dot without shaking too much, Mike. There we go. That's a dot in a dot. Surgical precision. You don't use a lot of paint, that's for sure. So on my way to work on Friday, I think it was Friday, I stopped by and gave some keychains to some fishermen over in Howard's Bay. They thought I was the game warden. I was stopping by all of them. Last guy had his fishing license out, ready for me. I go, no. I'm here to give you something, not to check on something. What we do to catch a fish, right? What we do to catch a fish. It's these little things. This is a gold metallic, dot I'm putting on here. So maybe it'll do a little reflection as it is working the top water. You never know. Might be the difference between catching that next one or not. Dab will do you, right? Guess a dab will do you. Such a pretty bait. This is a very pretty bait, guys. I know. Never get my money's worth out of it, but the customer will. Like I said, we sell these for $9 over at the Lake of the Woods. So I told them to charge more. And that finishes that. I mean, let's see. So those are dots in a dot, basically. Dots in a dot. And then that golden, the white into yellow gold, and just is a beautiful bait. I say that every time I paint a bait, huh? So, man, that's pretty. But it's true. It is pretty. I think it's pretty. Yeah, Richard's the evil Dr. Jarvis. Just getting to that chapter. These looks really good. It looks really good. It's a good looking bait. That's a good looking bait. It's a wake bait. I really, really like one. It's like the perfect size to get the bite on. It's really good size to get the bite on. When they're not hitting, this is what you do. You throw these out there. You get them all excited, then you throw something bigger. Just throw something bigger at that point. Let's see what I want to do. Got some whopper ploppers here. Ooh, you know what? I got my spin tails. My spin tails. I really love these. For a whopper plopper, these just look so pretty. Because you know, I paint the tails. Let's do 2 of those. Do 2 of those. And then we'll call it for the day, I guess, after these 2. I'll go out. I got to prep for tomorrow. Make sure all my gear is out there on my kayak. It's been a while since I've been on my kayak. And make sure I got the necessary boating stuff, you know. Darren's already pulled me over for the year, so he's not gonna do it again. I'm good for the year, but you want to make sure that you got your safety stuff out there. And you want to make sure you're set for getting out on the water, especially when the water's 34, 35 degrees. You want to be stuck on the water, that's for sure, in the water. Because 2 minutes or so in freezing water, and then you're dead. Your body starts to seize up on you. You don't want that, right? You don't want that. I love these. These are just great baits. Yeah, they're not cheap. These are not cheap baits. But do you have the first 2 books, Richard? Did I send you the first 2 books? Because it'll be the 3rd book in the series. It's the finale. All right? It's the finale. It's a very complicated ending to the series. Just so you know. It's nice to be the bad guy, though. We wanted to be a bad guy. Slave trader. That's what you're going to be in this book. You're going to be a slave trader. So, just so you know. You're basically the doctor that fits the enslavement of different alien races for mining. There's one alien race. One alien race in specific that you really focus on. But then Grace and Longbow, they kind of foil you. Grace and Longbow. Longbow's really cool guy. He's my Black British guy. He's from Birmingham. And Grace, she's kind of got superpowers. She comes from she's a Glassian from a glass planet. Believe it or not, there is a planet in the universe that rains molten glass. And so I built a civilization based on that planet's real life existence. And Grace comes from that planet. And she has the ability, she actually has 2 superpowers. She has the ability of becoming invisible to the eye. It's really cool. And she has a symbiotic partner, uh, and it's a blue bat. And she can actually, sort of like Beastmaster, that movie, she can see through the eyes of the bat. So basically, the bat is her drone. It's very cool. So, oh, hey, autistic angler. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so now I'm going opaque on these, not, but what I want to do with it, because I mean, on a top water bait, really the bottom is the key. All right, you just got to get that bottom to really pop. So, what I want to do, we're going to make it orange. So now we're going to go with the gold. Or blue. Yeah, we're going to go blue. We're going to go with the blue bottom and pearl it. And the pearl, because of the glistening of the pearl color, it's going to look really cool. It'll help make it shine in the water. We're going to build this from blue into a dark green onto the body. So we're going to use all of this. Okay. All right. Let's make this blue. Blue bellies. The blue belly. Up onto that center one there, and when we paint the center of the tail blue too, because I want it, when it spins, I want that color to really flash. And that's what we're doing. So basically, that's it for now. So let's get some hair on it. And we're going to work this blue into a green. So put some yellow in it. Always go light a little bit. And get this into a green.
Is Bella doing it?
Nope. Very nice green. It's a very pretty green. Now the cool thing is, once I'm done with this, we're going to put this transparent yellow over the top of it, and it really gets it to glow. Transparent yellow is, it's just a great touch-up paint. First, this blue out, green out. So now we've got blue onto the green. So now we've got blue onto the green. Stays within that spectrum, which is really cool. Green up the tail. All right. Just come under the chin a bit. Make sure my tail is finished off. Okay. All right. I'm thinking. Thinking now. I have an idea. I always have ideas. Either. Yeah. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Should be a fairly warm day for our area anyway, about 60 degrees. It'll be a very warm day out on the lake. All right, let me get some red on this. Four drops ought to do. That should be good. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And the red. Yeah, that looks really good, guys. Yeah. A touch of red on the tip of the tails. Look, it spins. That red's going to flash. Probably look like blood coming off of it. That's going to look like an injured fish. So that little bit of red on the tip, as that spins, that's going to give it a really cool color off of the water. So it's going to be really cool. All right. Now for final color. I already told you that at the beginning. I'm going to put transparent yellow over it because it always makes it glow better. As the light hits the yellow, it glows. So you put transparent yellow, sort of just spritzing it over the top of it. And it just makes the lure work better. Looks really good, guys. It's a good looking top water. We're going to have fun with that. Okay, so now we're just and this gives it a glow that you just didn't have before. Bottom's important. That is top water. Uh-oh. Oh, you fell off. That's okay. We were already dry, pretty much. Well, we're good. All right, so that's our bait. That is our bait. Looks really good. That looks really good. Oh, come here. There we go. All right. Helping hands are really cheap. They really are cheap. All right. Looks good. Remember, I always say it looks good, doesn't it? Don't I? This will catch fish. It'll catch fish. That really is a very pretty bait. You know, when that tail spins, that color will just go crazy on it. It'll look really good. You know, it's easy to buy a bait from me because I think every one of them is going to work. But you know, I want you to realize too that when it comes to fishing, it's not what you throw, it's not where you throw it, it's how you pull it back. It really, that's the big game changer in fishing, is retrieving your bait, because that's bait presentation. So there is in my Not Anymore series on my channel, How to Catch More Fish, I think is the name of it. And it goes into bait presentation. If there's anything that you can learn more than anything else, it's really how to present a bait to a fish. Things like even a whopper plopper, as easy as this thing is to fish with, it isn't throwing it, and it's not just reeling it in, but it's the speed that you reel it in. And then at that point, that speed, when you find that magic point, fish will just be jumping out of the water, hitting it. And I prove this over and over and over again with people all the time. Thanks, Connery. Hey, Carl. And I'm doing good. These are my hula poppers. I gotta put the eyes on here and get these. So I'm almost to the point to where I'm at the point of clear coating now. So I went transparent paint. These popper, these are hula poppers. They have a skirt that goes on the back. So those are going to be awesome. It's going to be, good stuff. It's good stuff, man. That's going to be a good bait. It's going to be a good bait, especially with the red, that little bit of red on the tail as it spins with the blue, the green, and the red. that'll and then I did the yellow transparent over it, so it's very glowy. That's a term I use. It glows. So as the light hits it, this yellow that I just put on it really lights up over the colors that I put on it. If I tell you guys, if you ever start painting baits, always get transparent yellow, because almost every bait I paint, I spritz it with a little bit of yellow, and it works. It just works. I don't think I did those, but they're already gold color, so I really didn't have to. But adding a little bit of yellow over this darker color makes it shine even more. So. Now I gotta take inventory of my stuff that I need for tomorrow. Make sure I got all my safety equipment and get everything on the kayak to take out there tomorrow. Just cleaning out the airbrush. All right, good to go. Man, we did good today, didn't we? Yeah, those are going to work so good. These little guys. I mean, those little brown trouts are going to work so good. I'll tell you, in about 6 weeks, these things will be the magic out on the lake. Use my ultralight or my BFS on those. You will see more fish jump on these than probably any other bait that I have. So that's the magic bait right there in 6 weeks. So in May, when we're into that spawn and end of May into the post spawn, we spawn late here because our lakes are frozen. I mean, down in Florida, their spawn happened in January. So not here. So yeah, these little poppers will be fun. Those will be fun. And then again, that red gives the illusion of a injured or blood on it. So adding red is really good. So, oh, Tony, yeah. Well, probably Tuesday I'll finish up that bait, and so I've got that bait for you. Grab it, and so I know you saw it already, but so this right here is that bait. See that? Hampshire Hospitals Charity right there. And I even put my little signature on the bottom. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Awesome, Carl. Oh, that makes me feel really good. That's a beautiful bait. This one right here, it's going to be great for the charity event. This one's going to be really good for the charity, but I have to put more clear coat on it because I want to protect the label. I mean, it's not going to come off, but I'll put more clear coat on it, and then put some hooks on it. That thing will be ready. That's a ready bait. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool looking bait. That's a cool looking bait. So specifically for Hampshire Charity Hospitals. I did paint it online. I think I painted it online. But I did send a picture on our Facebook chat, but it's a very pretty bait. I mean, it's all pearl. I love the purple back on it. The patterns. I put use several stencils in order to create different patterns on it. And then I had to buy this water transfer paper, this stuff, and in order to put their logo on it. But what I'm doing is I'm using it also for my name. And so I could put my name now nice and neat on it, besides me writing in TAF. So it's got the name is in the shape of a fish, TAF Custom. So it looks really cool. So that, and now I can customize stuff. I mean, if somebody wants to pay extra and have something, customized like that, I can do that, which is really cool. Good night, Richard, Tasha. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Tasha. Good night, buddy. Yeah, please check out, the charity competition page. So, but we want to support the hospitals as much as we possibly can too. I mean, they're the heroes. They're one of many heroes in our lives. I mean, my life has been saved multiple times by these guys, by hospitals, and my kids have watched me, be put on life support. So, I mean, they're heroes. They really are heroes to my family, the hospital personnel. That's probably why I've got, my wife and my daughter are in the medical room. Just they're heroes. They want to be heroes. Why not? So, very fun. So we did those little guys. We did these Whopper Ploppers. So probably Tuesday, I'll probably finish all these up and finish this up. And by the end of the week, we'll get this set. Maybe, it takes a few days for it to cure, but probably by the end of the week, get that sent off to England. It takes 2 or 3 weeks to get to England. So we'll get that over to you guys. So hopefully, whoever wins this will appreciate it. I mean, they'll probably not even throw it in the water because it is pretty darn pretty bait. It's a very pretty bait. I mean, it's a 2-ounce bait. And it's so pretty. I'd be afraid to throw it in the water, probably. I get that a lot. People, I send them baits, and they say, it's too pretty to throw. It's the whole point. It's the whole point. It's the nature of their existence. Yeah, it takes 3 weeks. It took a lot. It took longer than that, I think. Well, it took over 3 weeks for Big Dan. For Dan to get his, just over 3 weeks. So it takes 3 weeks. So we'll get that off to you. We'll get plenty of time for the event. So very happy you guys came by and visited with me. I appreciate it. And I'm going to go out my garage and make sure everything is set for tomorrow. Make sure I got the right baits. I got my 3 rods. I won't need my extra heavy rod, but I might put this medium rod on my kayak for tomorrow, because this is a really nice one for my jigs and for my plastics. So if I want to work the bottom and hopefully get some pre-spawn action if it's there, I might do that. So I might only go with 4 rods tomorrow. So thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you stopping by. If there's anything I could do for you, send me an email. Email's down below. You want a bait or something, or you have an event, a charity that you think I can help support. I'm always here for those things. So I'm going to Lake of the Woods tomorrow. And I will probably be trout fishing because it's really cold water. I don't usually trout fish, but I probably will be trout fishing tomorrow. I'll be using a lot of smaller and more. I'll be using bass bait, but like last Wednesday with Connery, they were hitting my bass bait like crazy, and we were catching big ones. So yeah, we'll have fun tomorrow. I mean, I really just want to get out on the water in my kayak. That's pretty much what I want to do. But we'll catch some fish. If anything, I'll do some jigging. So I want to do some jigging, and we'll probably catch some crappie and some yellow perch and stuff like that. So we'll catch fish tomorrow. We almost always catch fish. So you guys take care. I will see you guys out on the water tomorrow. So join me tomorrow out on the water. Oops.